Hello and welcome back to Insta Yarn Creations. In this video we're going to focus on another basic crochet stitch for beginners. This is called the treble crochet. It's often referred to as the triple crochet. It is a stitch that you probably won't use very often because it is a bigger stitch, but depending on what you're making you may want to learn how to do this stitch. And of course I'm left-handed. Please excuse my fingernails today. I'm actually a nail biter, and this whole pandemic situation that we're in has definitely deterred me from biting my nails. I mean, I am working from home now and trying to self-isolate as best as we can. I mean, I do have to go out and get groceries at least once a week. I've been trying to do bigger grocery runs so that I'm not exposing or putting myself at risk. We have had a few cases in the city where I'm from, so it's getting scary. I mean, the numbers keep going up. But yeah, so I did just redo my nails, and I'm not the greatest at it. I try. I bit my nails my entire life, and occasionally I would stop biting them off and on and let them grow out. And I do try to experiment with different colors and try different things, but I mean, of course, when you go to do the other hand, it doesn't always work out so well. And I see that you can still see the blue color that I had on there before. So, but yeah, so I mean, keeping nail polish on them keeps me from biting them, although it has been a lot easier to not bite my nails. I guess you don't really realize, how much. I mean, of course, I guess me being a nail biter, I touch my face all the time. That's one thing they, tell you not to do. But it's funny, you don't realize how much you actually do touch your face. But anyways, let's just get started on the treble crochet or the triple crochet. So I'm going to start with a chain. We got to make our slip knot. Oh, and I chose this type of yarn just because I picked it up probably a few weeks ago and I thought it was super cute. I think the colors kind of reminded me of Easter, and since that's coming soon, I think that's why I picked this up. All the different, the yellow and the purple and the pink. Started to make these wine cozies that I think are super cute. Anyway, so let's get started on this. So I'm going to chain, I think 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So with the triple crochet, we're going to go into, I'm still going to go into the second, well maybe I'll do the third. It might be a little bit, I think I'm going to do the second. I don't like to have a lot of excess thread on my edges, or yarn on my edges. I kind of like them a little tighter. So I'm going to go into the second, which is actually this one now. This one got really tight and you can barely see it there. That sometimes happens when you're pulling on your yarn. Okay, so I'm going to go into this hoop here. So we're actually going to yarn over twice. So yarn over and yarn over, and then we're going to insert, we're going to pull up a loop. So now we should have 4 loops on our hook. So now what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 2 loops, leaving us with 3. We're going to yarn over again and pull through another 2 loops, and then we're going to yarn over again and pull through 2 more. Okay, so we'll move on to the next stitch. We'll do the same thing. So we got to yarn over, we got to yarn over again. And then we're going to insert into the next stitch, yarn over. Now it's just pulling through all our loops. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we'll do this again, our third stitch. So we got to yarn over twice. I'm going to insert into the next stitch, yarn over, I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2. So as you can see from the other videos that I've done in the single crochet, the half double crochet and the double crochet, this is definitely the largest stitch for the basic stitches that you learn. I mean, it'd be great for a blanket that you don't want to be super tight, which would kind of allow for air to circulate. So, you know, it would be a nice blanket for the fall or the spring when the temperatures do get a little bit warmer. Or if you were going to make maybe a shawl or even some type of scarf that you want a little bit lighter and not so heavy. So I'm going to finish this row so you can have a better look at it here. I hope everyone is enjoying these videos that I'm doing. It's just something for me to kind of, you know, I like the idea of teaching and hoping that someone else can learn from this. Being left-handed, I feel like, you know, things are a little bit different when you learn, and we do tend to be unique in how we hold our pens or our hooks. Or I would definitely like to hear in the comments if anyone has been able to learn from me, or if my technique for left-handed has worked for you. So I do know that gauge is an important thing, and I guess your tension is also important. That's why a lot of patterns that you see they'll give you a gauge or a sample of what your work should measure after like 4 rows. I think they usually do, and that kind of tells you what your gauge is like, because some might crochet have more tension than others. I do find that when I work with cotton, my tension seems to be a lot looser. And I think I have, you know, a medium tension, and I think it all depends like on how you hold your yarn. I do know that when I'm working with, if I'm making a stuffed toy, that I try to make my tension really tight, because you want to make sure that the stitches are close together. But yeah, so tension is definitely something that, you know, takes time to kind of figure out, and it's always nice when the patterns give you a sample of what the gauge should be, so that you can kind of, you know, do your 4 rows and see if it matches what their measurements are, and then you just kind of have to adjust accordingly. Okay, so I'm in the last stitch here. So I think I'm only going to do the 1 row, just because you can clearly see the stitching here and how it looks. It's a lot bigger, and the spacing in between. So like I said, this would be good for like a nice blanket. If you didn't want it super heavy, there would be lots of room for air circulation, and any kind of shawl, or maybe, you know, would work for this as well, or like a scarf that would be good for the spring or summer. But yeah, so that is the triple crochet, or the treble crochet. I think there's another name for it as well, but I'll make sure I have that in the description. But thank you again for following along.